Could have said that after the.
I know better
Praising. Yeah.
things before now. And welcome back. So, a little bit of lore dump on behalf of Alexi to their mother.
You're welcome. I bring the best floor.
That has no chance of coming back and biting them in the ass.
Totally not. Problem for future Alexi.
Problem for future Alexi. Meanwhile, back to Cal Winters briefly. And as the crowd sorts to thicken, densify sort of thing, everybody's sort of gathering as the dusk settles, the sun has gone, dipped below the horizon so that there's a bit of a hustle bustle activity going on.
Yeah, so he's going to telepathically communicate to everyone listening, I suppose. I'm not sure if he knows the specifics of how to dial it in. So I decided to follow Samantha to make sure her parents weren't kidnapping bounty hunters, given recent events. You guys remember Fremont, the troll on the bridge?
Yes.
Yeah, he's got a fan club now. He's got merch. They're having like a festival out here. It's a party.
Ooh,
Okay.
I like festivals.
I think they're doing fireworks pretty soon.
And Lily just kind of like runs over to Penny and like pulls on her lap coat gently, just like, can we go? Can we go? Can we go? Can we go?
I mean, yes. Like,
I've never seen fireworks before.
It's going to take me days to get anywhere with this, so taking breaks will be unfortunately necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Where is this?
I
ask in the telepathic link.
He will describe the park where we are.
Trolls Knoll Park. Knoll, Knoll. Trolls, as in apostrophe S.
Trolls, no.
Singular troll, possessed of Knoll Park.
Okay. Yeah.
Aptly named.
We'll have to like walk a ways from the base and then get a lift or something.
I mean,
but
there
we'll
are cars downstairs. You just take one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What are the keys just in them?
Yeah, usually.
That's so weird. Okay.
What is Gideon thinking? That does not seem very smart when we have a child in the building. Sorry. I'll stop talking, but that was what?
Does Gideon know that there is a child in the building?
Yeah.
Sure hope he does by now.
I think
Lily
Gideon
just walks to
considers
Gideon one
everyone
day.
in the building a child, so it's not really.
That's also true.
Technically true.
Okay, sure. Let's do that.
And so you head downstairs to peruse the automobile line. Alexi, once your mother has taught you the fundamental of and you get a sort of a crash course, quick lesson, basically of transformation being more something you feel than something you push hard to accomplish, sense. And she recognizes that you've been essentially trying too hard to learn something that is literally instinctual.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of
we're saying this without Alexi's mother knowing that.
Instead of forcing, yeah.
Okay.
You're forcing the transformations. You're trying so hard to transform into the thing instead of just becoming. And she sort of explains it as it's less a change of the physical form and more your mindset. Imagine being the thing, and it will come much more fluidly. And then she demonstrates that form that we discussed. And she says, and later, when you're more adept, you can adopt only certain parts. She speaks through the mouth of things. And you can learn to speak depending on what it is you've transformed.
That would be very, yeah, that would be very useful, actually. Yeah. Yeah.
But we mustn't tarry. We've been gone too long as it is. She whoop back to human form. Does a quick cast. The portal opens again, right back where you left, essentially. Stay in touch, but we can't talk for very long at a time.
Yeah. Please be safe while you're with the Winter Court. It's all I ask.
I try not to go there. There's a reason why we left.
That's fair. I'll promise the same to be safe. I'll do my best. I have other things I have to go get done. But I will let you know if I need anything.
She reaches out to embrace. And it's sort of, it's that awkward parent doesn't quite know what to do with an adult child sort of feeling.
Yeah.
That's just super sort of, you feel sad about it, and then you feel, well, this is still my mom, and at the same time it's like, I don't remember her being this thin, you know. A bunch of all these different emotions all come up at the same time.
No, that's, yeah.
Everybody's been. All right, so you step through, and you kind of hear the tail end of fireworks.
I think upon like stepping back through and being done with that, Alexa would be like, back in the telepathic link would be like, hang on, I didn't catch all that. I just got back. What about fireworks?
As a party, you didn't meet Fremont either, did you?
Man,
That doesn't sound familiar. So this probably was before I joined the team.
Yeah, we met a troll.
Team.
Lives under a bridge. His name's Fremont. Anyway, they're having a party.
Anyway.
I guess.
Gloss over that.
No, I kind of want to hear more of that story, but at a later time.
It's ostensibly a statue that is a local landmark, which is, I presume, why they're having a party about it. But also,
Okay.
yeah, he's alive, I guess.
Okay. That I want a full story later. I do want to. I have so many
like 80%
questions about that.
They have funnel cake.
Too many questions.
Funnel
funnel cake. Hang on, wait a minute.
Penny drives faster.
I'm a little more interested. I'm assuming we're talking about this because we're meeting up at this
Cotton
place.
candy.
Oh yeah, I was already here because
we're taking a break. Lily and I are on the way there.
Oh, okay. I'll meet you guys there then. I'm done with my thing, so I'll meet you guys there then.
Wait, are you unscathed?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. Emotionally and mentally is always up for question these days with everything I keep learning about who I am and what I am, and so but that's not the point. Physically, I'm fine. We just had a conversation. I learned some new things about my abilities, and we will talk about them later.
Yeah.
But I'll meet you guys there.
If they were ever in danger, we would have gotten a ping, right?
Guess
If
that
you're
depends on
feeling
where you
upset,
went.
I got a bad joke for you.
Yeah, I totally would have pinged you if I was in danger because that's a thing I could do. Okay, I'll meet you there. Bye.
Okay.
turns into sparrow form and starts flying.
What's your joke?
A cop tells a man to pull over. The man says no, it's a cardigan, but thank you for noticing.
That was good. That was good in the worst way possible. Thank you.
All right.
Alexi is also making their way.
In a way.
Make their way downtown, flying fast.
And as the sparrow flies, and Penny and Lily having a slight head start, we'll say you can all arrive at the same time.
Comic book page flip.
And you come across a somewhat bewildering sight. There's a fire eater juggling the little batons, a flame on them. There's a couple of stilt walkers with a four-point stilt, and then like the huge things on Dark Crystal. I don't remember their names. Not the Skeksis, the other guys.
Okay. Good Skeksis? I don't
Good Skeks.
remember.
Yeah. There are, candy vendors, cotton candy, popcorn, various tents selling various knickknacks and buttons and Fremont merch, t-shirts, little masks, balloons, a general milling of a fair bit of a crowd. Everyone seems to be enjoying the festive, any reason to celebrate, essentially, sort of crowd. There is, I don't know, can you drink down there on the street? I honestly don't know.
Yeah, it depends state to state. I don't know.
If they can,
Yeah.
they are. If they can't, they're cleverly hidden in, pop cozies.
Yeah.
Or you
That's
guys
usually
soda. Not sure. Anyway. Strange cultures. So, generally milling about atmosphere of frivolity and joy, and generally sort of celebrating a statue.
Jubilance.
Yeah, that's the word. And, how would you like to proceed?
Well, directly to funnel cake, and then I guess try to find
Duh.
Cal.
Yeah, we can try to find Cal while we're eating funnel cake. This is the
Yes,
important thing here.
obviously.
Priorities.
In case it takes a while, we have provisions.
Yeah, exactly.
Funnel cake.
The funnel cake is the most important part of any fair.
Mm-hmm.
So that has to happen first. And then, go look around for Cal, see where he's at. Run into him eventually, somehow.
I mean, it's not that big a place, it looks like, so.
Yeah.
I can honestly tell you, I have never had funnel cake.
No.
Have you had an elephant ear? Because it's basically the
beaver
same
tail.
thing, just
That
less dense.
looks as any.
Not an actual elephant ear.
No, it's
No, like
it's
a
just
beaver tail.
Is it similar to
Midwest
beaver
term.
tails?
It's the same pastry, just named differently in the States.
Because I don't think I've actually even had a beaver tail.
Well, also, like, funnel cake, they try to leave more gaps between the stuff, whereas, like,
Mhm.
for elephant ear, as I had them, they just
These are
drop
just
that
flat.
solid
Wow,
one, yeah, just like a fried
absolutely.
pancake of thing.
They
Yeah.
don't.
Maybe I
It's
have. I just
bad.
recognized it as the term as a funnel cake.
That's a shame because funnel
Timmy's
cake
ever
is
had
so
anything
good.
like?
Hmm.
Aya, has Timmy's ever had anything like it?
No, they had the churro ones, but not the funnel
Churro
cake
would be-
ones.
Would churro be a close? I've had churro.
Churro would be kind of close, but replace
Okay.
the cinnamon sugar with like icing sugar.
Or imagine, have you ever had sweet and sour chicken?
Yes.
So the batter that the chicken is coated with, not the sauce, just the batter. Imagine that, but sweet. Or slightly sweet. And then,
Horrifyingly
like,
unhealthy.
In the yes,
oh
super,
yeah, it's
super
literally
unhealthy.
just deep fried sugar.
Yeah, deep fried.
Oh
sugar.
yeah, it
and then
is
usually
awful for
they
you.
powder sugar it, like cover it in powdered sugar, and maybe
Yeah,
other things
like,
if you ask for it. I always get it
it
plain
is
because
Yeah, it's like
covered.
the
I
waffle
really like mine
fries
with.
version of a donut.
I really
Mhm.
like doing like a
Yeah.
chocolate syrup on mine. Makes it really good.
We
More
had
you know.
strawberry and ice cream on ours at Cannon's Wonderland.
Hmm. The second thing I think that comes in like right underneath it, so because I've only tried it once, is deep fried Oreos. Those are
see,
actually
I
pretty
only had
good to
those once,
me.
and I actually got nauseous. It was too much.
I mean,
No.
they're
It is a
so
lot.
rich.
Yeah.
It is.
I had
You can only
4,
have like
so
one of them.
yeah,
Yeah.
You should only have like
It
a
was,
one
yeah,
of them
it's a
a
quantity
month.
mistake, probably.
Not even. It is bad. They taste so
It's like
good,
those
but they're
sugar-free Haribo
so
gummy
bad for
bears
you.
that make you really, really sick.
Yeah.
Lessons in funnel cake.
That's just a known thing. Okay.
Yeah, if you consume a large quantity of that particular artificial sweetener, it has digestive properties.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good to
Yeah, these are the fun
Right.
things that I've learned because chronically ill. Oh, sometimes that stuff is worse.
So,
But
do you
Funnel
meet
cake
up
in hand.
together or just wander through the crowd?
I mean, we were specifically trying to find Cal. If it seems
But-
difficult, I can just turn on ESP and see how many people in the crowd have powers. It should be easy to narrow it down.
Hopefully.
I mean, you're not wrong. That would be quite easy. Are you doing that?
Is it hard to find him?
Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot of crowd. A couple of blocks worth of people milling about.
That sounds like an implied yes.
mm-hmm.
I mean, through the telepathic net, you could always basically just say, "I'm, up here by the purple
Also
balloon
true.
vendor."
We have a variety of options to find each other that appear to make it not difficult.
Yes,
Are you anxious to hear what specific one we're using?
I'm not anxious.
Okay.
What would you like to know in addition to where Cal is?
I think it's more like there's more information to be had.
So I phrased that the way I did for that very specific reason, that if it was not hard, I would not do it because Penny has no specific reason to expect
Fair.
trouble here.
You find Cal fairly easily. Was not hard.
As soon as Lily spots him, she just darts off and gives him a big hug.
Hey, kiddo, yeah, I got you a thing. This is he hands her the mask he picked up. It was, they made these. We met this guy. He's kind of cool, actually.
Neat. Thank you so much. And she puts it on.
2 blocks away, but he's interested.
Not
However,
not the popular media portrayal of a troll, as far as I can tell.
yeah, it's sort of very sort of cartoonishly, larger nose and larger ear sort of looking things.
Mm-hmm.
Caricature, if you will. And the lights go down far enough that people wait in anticipation, and sooner or later, eventually, you hear the whistle hiss of firecracker flying into the air, and the show starts.
They look fireworks.
And a number, big bright ones, little spirally ones that whistle. Generally a good show. And then
Here it is.
I need my assets. One of the carts blows up. Sending fireworks streaming into the crowd. The crowd, naturally, starts acting like panicky cattle. And everybody runs in every direction. Or starts to. Not a combat per se, but generally a certain amount of chaos. What would you like to do?
Sorry, did you say scattering like camel?
Cattle.
Okay, that made. Good question.
Well,
I don't have anything for this immediately. Well, that'd be
see if I can
alarming.
find my mouse again.
So there's a fire. The cart was full of fireworks. Is the implication?
Well, it seems like it blew up. So if it had fireworks in it, it makes sense that it would have had fireworks in it, even though you're not sure it was a fireworks cart per se.
Was there
Right,
anybody
this
like
was
right
that.
by it
Uh,
when it went off?
Not that you saw. That no one seems to be lying, on the street in any state of injury.
Yeah, that was the main question.
That you can see.
Okay, but it's like it's an ongoing process of shooting off fireworks. Doesn't seem to be a like once and done situation. Or
No.
does it?
Yeah. The fireworks were technically still going on. This just happened to basically coincide with firework goes up because they're set. The actual fireworks themselves are set at a security station because they're not going to want anybody to mess around with the fireworks. That would be bad. And then one of these carts that looked like one of those carts that have balloons on it blew up.
Yep. Okay. Well.
Fireworks.
Whereabouts are we? Generally speaking.
I'm going to say a half a block away from it. For the ease of convenience. Move you over. You're at the top of the map, more or less. Top left-ish, slightly down from the building.
So people are mostly running away from it, right?
Yes.
So nobody's really facing it per se. At least nobody
No.
who's close. Okay. Then yeah. I'm just gonna. Penny's just gonna run like sprint directly towards it and. Copy Alexi's power on the way, and then use the reaction to turn into an ankylosaurus, and then leap on top of the cart.
Sorry, that is not the direction I was expecting you to go.
Like, I'm trying to get big enough, basically, to jump on the grenade the whole thing. I did not want to go T-Rex, because that would be alarming in a separate way.
The Ankylosaurus isn't?
Well, it's
Slightly
smaller,
less.
and
yeah.
I mean, yeah, but both are dinosaurs. I feel like
'cause
people would see
that's the
dinosaur
thing,
and
like,
freak.
a T-Rex is just a different problem, right? The Ankylosaurus, like jumping on the fireworks, like, well, that was weird, but now what, right? It's just not immediately as threatening.
Yeah, Ankylosaurus is
All right.
well.
Hey, this is the best
Hey,
I can do. Like,
Yeah,
Hey, I'm not complaining
We're not
about it. It
complaining.
was just not the direction. I wasn't expecting you to actually go the dinosaur direction again.
I
That's all.
neither was I. But
it
that's
was literally yesterday, or even earlier today. Like,
Well,
still
you
fuzzy
know.
on the timeline. Like, it's kind of on the brain.
Yeah, it's been a day.
No, that's fair.
2 days,
That's
maybe
fair.
max.
That's fair. Does it smother the fire?
Why would they be
Enough.
keeping fireworks on the street with the people? That doesn't
Well,
make
Yeah,
it.
that's also
a valid question, I think, is that, like, if it is constantly going off with fireworks, does each one count as a separate, like, attack on Penny's underside? Because if it does, then, you know, she's only going to be able to block one of those with energy absorption. But she's not really thinking super tactically. It's mostly just shit, and this was the only thing she could think of to literally do anything.
Presents Ankylosaurus.
I still have the Ankylosaurus sheet in Roll20, so I can.
Still have it? I think I
Yeah.
still have it connected to you. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to Alexi as well. In the event, you know, more shenanigans happen. So you transform into a 4.5-ton, 20-foot long, or I guess 30-foot long armored tank on 4 legs and basically belly flop onto a burning firework shooting cart. Cool. And I assume you're basically just going to soak the damage with your energy
Well, that was what I had mentioned while you were, I think, fiddling with tokens. was
icons.
that,
Yep.
Like if the fireworks are ongoing, that, you know, they may well count as separate attacks on an ongoing basis. In which case, she can only soak one of them currently because she used one reaction to shift, and she only has 2.
Right. What would we do?
She does have a lot more health as an Ankylosaurus, so
Also true.
that was also a consideration. But
Ew. Okay. So it does blast at the underside, and you kind of start feeling it through the hide. Wait, maybe you don't. Hold on. Ankylosaurus has a sturdy 3
does it?
or 4.
Well, it has 33 and 31 separately. So I don't know the answer to that question.
Sturdy 4?
I feel like it's just 33 and those 31 was there left over, but like you could just put in 34 if you wanted 34, right? There's no reason to put in 3 and 1.
Oh, it is sturdy 4. And they have all the sturdies in there. They just did them out of order.
Oh, I see. There you go. Weird.
So it's a bit burny. It's a bit hot. But with a -4, I guess you don't take any damage.
Again, if it only counts as 1 instance of damage, then yes, she would soak it.
I mean, what I'm going to do is I'm going to count the fireworks blasting as an energy attack, essentially. And then if it explodes, that will be a different separate attack.
Okay.
But you're trying your best to muffle the flame and basically brunt the fireworks blasting from this.
Yeah, keep them from traveling.
Yeah.
Need to make sure these don't spread anywhere. Alexi, can you smell fireworks?
out of character question would do
Is that okay to
because
ask?
I can't smell anything ever. Do fireworks have a smell?
Cordite. It's noticeable.
Oh, okay. My allergies
It's
are
sort
so
of a
messed up
sort
that
of
I
a
can't
sort of
smell
a
anything ever.
tangy.
So
It's not exactly like smoke. It's like kind of like tangy electricity. Sort of is the best way I would
oh,
describe it. I don't know.
okay.
That's
I
a good
did
analogy.
not
Yep.
I did not know that. I learn something new every time I'm at these sessions. Um, okay, then yeah, Lexi would probably be like, yeah, what is, you want me to go after them?
No, if you could point to where the rest of them are, we could move them away from the exploding one. Something.
Okay, I mean,
I could smell fireworks at the moment, but I smell them everywhere. I'm hoping maybe you have a slightly more
can
precise
like sniff
lock
out
on
like
it.
individual, just in case there are more random fireworks in the child safe balloon carts.
That haven't been set off yet. I
Well,
think
yeah,
is
they
what he's
obviously
getting at.
yes, so that they don't
Okay,
keep going. Boom.
yeah, yeah, I can do that. Do we want to escalate this situation further? And I can try to do it while I'm in wolf form for even better smell? Or do we want
I
to like
mean,
not
there's a
make this
dinosaur.
situation worse than it already is
I
because there's
I
already
feel
a
like that
dinosaur
ship
and I
may
can
have
just
sailed.
go.
So
Yeah, I just do
Penny
I
says through
escalate
the
it?
link.
I mean, yeah. I mean, okay, all right. Wait. Yeah, so then Alexi would be like, okay, and then shifts into wolf form and starts trying to sniff out other fireworks in the area that could potentially be set off and find them before that can happen.
Cool. There
That
are
aren't the actual fireworks that are like currently being set off.
I mean,
Specify that
they're
just in
right there.
case.
Front. I'm just putting the.
I can't see the map.
All right. The initial fireworks are about 20 feet in front of you, to the
Mhm.
right. And give me a vigilance check.
Okay.
But you're going to have only one edge.
Well, what about my other two?
As there's fireworks all around and there's one exploding within 20 feet of you.
Gosh darn it. Okay.
Kind of getting all the scents mixed up. Besides, the other
Well,
ones.
no, wait. Could I have? Look, okay, but could I have? Could I have? I mean, either I can just say that my one is from investigation, or you can give me two. One for heightened sense, one for investigation. Because
Investigation.
this would be investigation.
100%.
So only one. So two or one.
Two.
Okay.
Successfully argued for two.
Amazing. I'm so
Bargained.
good at this. I also so happen to have interrogation, so it worked. Okay, that is a 16.
16, yes. It's not so much because the scent thing, not so good. Because you've got, the scent of popcorn, the scent of everything that's already intermixing with the cordite smell, the initial burning flame smell. You're smelling, however this would affect leather, or the hide of a thing that no one's been able to
Charred
study.
dinosaur.
smells like lightly burning elephant.
Slightly burning.
Burning elephant. Oh,
Ankylosaurus were harmed in the filming of the show.
None.
But you more catch sight of one that, hey, there's a balloon cart, and then it's more a visual than olfactory, and you catch at least two in your immediate vicinity in this block, and more down the street.
Okay. Well, then, since Alexi has turned into giant wolf form, because that also would be easier to spot in crowds of people that are running away, Alexi is going to go running towards them to point out that, hey, this is where this one is, before then going to the next one. And I mean, like, hey, here's this one. Okay, cool. Goes to the next one. Hey, here's this one. That sort of thing. If I can do that. Because that's the best way to point them out, because crowds of running, screaming people. Giant wolf. Bounding through crowd. Easy to spot.
I will find your token.
You'll find it before I do.
Possibly. So you move to the one?
Yeah, I'm thinking like if I'm able to do this, like go to the first cart, like bark, point out that that's where it is, and then when they're close to it, run to the second cart,
Okay.
that sort of thing. Like because that's what they want information of is where these carts are. So I am providing that information by running through the crowd as a giant wolf to be easily spotted and barking at where each individual cart is, so that way the rest of the group knows.
Right. Okay. So let me see. What's the speed on a wolf? Did we ever discover that?
I have no clue. I don't know if we
Presumably
decided that.
fast-ish.
I mean, yeah, especially because slightly bigger than average sized wolf, so slightly more
Yum.
new new
A little bit more yum.
slightly longer legs to Newmon.
Because I mean, the Ankylosaurus has a ridiculous move, like 20, just stupidly high. I don't see what it even has a jump. Don't ask. I don't know. But let's say we'll give you a 10, I think, because on foot, the wolf is going to be moving.
And still have I mean, yeah, and you still and Alexi still has to like not try not to bowl over the entire crowd and so navigate through the crowd. So 10
Mhm.
works.
Well, you're inadvertently, successfully, between the two of you, are clearing the crowd very
Yeah, no,
successfully.
I would assume. I would hope. God.
So you bark at the one, you dash across the street, dodging some people who are like, ah, dinosaur! Look, mommy, a dinosaur! And basically the parent just pushing the child away. But mommy, the dinosaur! Lily,
There's
what
always the one kid.
Mhm.
you up to?
Lily is making. This is gonna sound really weird, but she's making a fire hose, and she is running towards the nearest fire hydrant.
Fire hydrant?
No, she's making a fire hose to attach to the hydrant,
Okay.
and that is what she is up to.
All right. That's going to cost you 3 focus. That's a significant chunk of matter.
Alrighty, I can do that.
All right. So you're basically just sort of, are you like pulling it out in one thing, or are you just sort of like rolling the hose out like you're pulling a clown handkerchief out of your?
Yeah,
like
probably that. Just
like the
like
thought of
a
it being
clown
like-
handkerchief. It's hilarious. Just pulling it out of her shoulder, like la di da di da.
The nearby clowns are watching in shock, awe, and horror.
Oh, she's
Wonderful.
good. Hell.
He would be following behind Alexi, and as the carts are pointed out, attempting to either find a water source to dunk them in, or just start pushing them down the street away from cities, like in the opposite direction where most everybody is running, like trying to get it away from people.
Okay. You're gonna move up to this one and try to move it.
Probably north or something,
North?
just kind of off map.
You start moving it. 2, 3. So you give you 2 spaces with it. All right.
And it's still plainclothed at the moment until it becomes necessary to be otherwise, because there's enough chaos already happening.
There.
There's also enough fire in the area without the fire demon showing up. So
Demon's harsh.
that was just the word that popped in my head. I didn't mean it like that. I'm
No,
sorry.
you're
Hurtful.
Just
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like
Gary
that.
has feelings.
Does he? Because he just seems very
I think
violent
it's
most of the time.
mostly scorn and
Derision.
uh,
Yeah.
amusement.
Scorn
Nice
and
that they were
excitement for
positive, yeah.
anything
Yeah, I think the
scorn
amusement
and
comes from
excitement
talent.
just for yeah, the excitement for anything horrendously violent is also quite there and concerning, and that is all Gary.
That's scary.
Mhm.
I would hope, anyways.
Alright. All right. Down in the opposite direction from where you ran, Kel. Another explosion. Anima.
Oh, like the yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where were you? There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You start basically running away as you've kind of given the bark of, hey, it's here. And just behind you, I'm going to have you give me a I guess a non-combat agility roll.
Okay.
As the one you were just at blows up.
Okay, that's a 12.
12.
I was desperately trying to see if I had edge on anything agility, and I don't. I need to work on that. I mean, that's what I'll take for a power tonight.
Dodging is overrated.
Well,
I don't know. That's the only
think
reason
That's
I'm
the
still
one that can
alive.
literally
I
suck.
don't. No, because that doesn't. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. Because
So,
that can't do that.
12
Okay.
is fine, though.
All right.
And you're kind of startled,
Light.
and it singes
Small bit
the
of tail.
hands on the tail, as it were. You're dashing away, and a little bit of a little streak of sort of that wispy, burnt hair as your
It's railing behind me.
little trail of little wispy trail behind you. As the
In
cart
the telepathic link, Alexi's going, I was almost set on fire. What? What is happening? What is going on? Who is doing this? Each one of these carts is definitely rigged to just blow up because there's nothing fireable, flammable over here. So I think these things are rigged to blow.
Oh, fun.
He's like running away. Was like, what?
Yeah.
Dr. Penny.
Is Beauty picking up any, radio signals that might, say, be used for remote detonators? Unless they were on timers, in which case, no.
Give me a vigilance check. I thought it was very difficult for you.
I gotta
Challenging.
reopen the character because Roll20 pooped itself. Hang on.
Why
Challenge.
doesn't Roll20 do that?
Shit.
27.
We can do better than that. Hang on a sec. That's not much better. That's significantly better. 20.
20. 20 is enough. The cybernetic eye of the Ankylosaurus. Spinning about and sort of sensing, detecting, picking up, bodies, identifying various forms. No signals of the radio wave variety. Nothing directly immediate. I mean, there's radio waves, just not
Nothing directional in a way that would make sense for this. Yeah.
Lots of Wi-Fi.
Sure.
No directional sort of beams or radio waves. What's it doing?
So in the telepathic link, Penny will be like, I'm not picking up any signals, so it's not being done with like line of sight. It's either generic like remote stuff or they're on timers. I don't. This one's still going off, so I can't move. So I don't know what else to do. Maybe shit. I mean, these things are pretty strong. Maybe knock the carts just straight up into the air really high with the tail? Is that a thing?
That wrong. That one's not gone. That's
I don't know.
Um,
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if I want to test that now. Because if I.
yeah. Collateral damage.
I don't hear any
Well,
ticking.
not only that, but if I go to move this thing and because it's moved, it blows up, there goes the plan.
Pretty sure moving it doesn't blow it up.
Would
Well, they're
concussive
blowing up while standing
energy
still, so I
injure
don't
it?
want to test the
What?
theory.
Not injure it, but would like concussive energy make the fireworks go off?
They wouldn't
Also,
ordinarily.
that
Like they're not nitroglycerin unless again they're not unless they were made specifically to be fragile and explosive, which maybe they were. Like they don't have to be normal fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
true.
They-
I mean, they're fireworks and balloon cart stands, so we have no clue.
But Mike, I am correct that the one underneath me is still going off, right?
yes.
Okay. Um. She is going to turn on ESP now.
Okay.
Um. Sorting out anybody who lights up as having powers at all. In the event that there's anyone other than us. That is the second line of the if somebody is actively doing this, send everybody after them to at least make it stop getting worse.
Yeah. That would be good.
The outline thing next to me is a building, right? It's not just like a square or
The outline next to you?
the thing that's bordered in the red looking sort of brickish things. Is that a building?
Tent.
Oh, it's a tent.
Yeah. Anything on the sidewalk is tents and
No,
various...
the
Oh, no,
big
the
thing
building.
in the center of the block.
Oh, that's a building.
Okay, that's just wanted to double check.
Yeah. Presence of others tells about location, general status, identify things. Target which have been detected. Okay. Give me a logic check.
Oh wow.
20.
20. Come on.
I've a +1 on non-combat logic because I have the brilliance 1 thing.
Yo-ho.
Mm.
Did that not record it?
No, I didn't. I just was mentioning that's why that one's a 7 because my only real 7 is vigilance right now.
Oh, I see. And how did we decide this was working? On the fantastic successes when you discover whether they have powers?
No, I always know if they have powers. The fantastic success tells me the origin of their powers.
Right.
Like
very strange. But cool. All right.
as
Let's play
many
it like
things
that. Yep,
are.
I remember that. Find the thing. Do. Hmm. Okay. There are a number of individuals in this area with powers.
Okay.
Your immediate teammates. Samantha's around here somewhere because you've got a range of ridiculous, right?
Well, it's
100 spaces per rank, yes. You've got 1,000 feet worth of
yeah, it's getting biggish.
kind of a thing. And a couple of others scattered throughout the crowd.
Okay. You want to ping where they are?
The one that's running away in this direction, straight across from where you are.
Mm-hmm.
One running in this direction, down south. And one running back behind your group, away in this direction. Everybody's running away from the fireworks.
Okay. So yeah, Penny will throw all three of those locations into the telepathic link, and vaguely identifying characteristics, because she has line of sight to all of them. But like, they're all running right. They could just be people with powers. I don't know if anybody's responsible, but you have more information now. Good luck. And then she sort of grunts as more fireworks are going off in her belly.
All right, we'll handle it.
Anima.
Okay. Hang on. Let me look at the picture that was sent to me of the map again. Wherever that went. Okay. So I don't know where these pings were set off of where these people are because I only have access to pictures of the map. So
Basically, left, right, or down.
Left,
They're
right,
all
or down.
they're they're all roughly within a block of us.
Are any of them like super close to me that I could reach quicker?
Which one
The
is
one to the right, yeah, that's Lexi. So
okay?
like,
Yeah, there's definitely
you're
one
like
real
4
close
spaces
to you.
away from one.
Okay.
Or are we about to tackle a random mutant with a wolf that just happened to be in the ground?
Penny gave the disclaimer. What people do is up to them.
This is why profiling is bad, kids.
Okay, hey now. It's not always bad if it's your job.
That's a stance.
The person whose character
this is good tea.
says the person whose character is the Jessica Jones style investigator. So no, I'm not just gonna go jump the guy. I'm going to, in wolf form, move towards said person and try to scope them out. Because
I mean, I feel like Jessica Jones would definitely just jump the guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, I don't know about anybody else, but if you're a fairly sizable, muscular-looking wolf, you stop and you start stalking towards someone, that's just going to be intimidating as all fucking thing.
Hang on. Sneaking hiding is an action.
120-pound wolf kind of stalking at you really slowly and staring at you.
No, they weren't finished. They're going to do like a weird wolf dance on the way. It'll be very reassuring, right?
Nonchalant.
Wolves can do like one of those complicated horse trotting things with alternate legs, except as a wolf, and that people will just be like, "What is happening?"
The giant wolf is prancing at me.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. Can I finish? I'm not gonna get so close up that the dude's gonna see me.
I mean, he can already see you. You're very close.
Well, if he look behind him, yeah. Presumably he's looking
the...
mostly ahead as he runs, but
yeah.
Okay, well if I'm behind him, I'm not gonna get close enough for him to be able to hear me to turn around. Because sneaking is a movement. And you can a character who doesn't want to be observed while moving can sneak or hide. Sneaking cuts their speed in half. I am willing to cut my sneak in half to cut my speed in half to do sneaking to just see if, and then use investigation to see if this person is at all suspicious.
Okay.
So,
Give me a vigilance check.
okay. I'm gonna use my 3 vigilance edges. 1 second. Oh, come on. 13.
I mean,
And I'm mostly just looking to see if this is like genuinely like if this person is like acting like they could be one of the people setting off fireworks. Like they are like actively like very suspicious and acting odd.
your olfactory senses as a wolf are super high compared to humanoid body. And with this, you can sense all kinds of things. The wafting of whatever's down in the sewer from the little grates. You can smell the burned the fireworks. You can smell the popcorn littered all over the street that was spilled when these people were running, and you can smell the fear from this individual.
Okay.
It's PG-13. You can smell fear.
Liquid fear.
Liquid fear.
Catalogical humor is definitely any form of PG. Just can't say the word.
Okay, this is probably going to be a stupid question, but
No stupid questions, just stupid people.
I vaguely know that doesn't make me feel any better.
What's up?
I vaguely know how these fairs work, and there is usually some kind of task force on site.
Uh-huh.
I have connections. Can I see if my cop friend is in the crowd? Because the police would obviously be trying to handle the crowd. I would like to see if I can find him because instead of being the like, oh yeah, I'm a superhero, I'm going to deal with the strange person myself. I'm gonna go a little bit more of a logical route.
Are you gonna stay
And
wolf
maybe
while you're
give
looking?
my no, I'm gonna turn back into a human once if I find
How's he gonna know who you are?
No, if I find my connection
Did Timmy
in
fall
the
into
task
crime?
force.
If
I find my connection.
What is it like? People down the well?
No, I think my main thing is I would first like to look and see if that person would even be in the crowd, and then if they are, change back to human form and point out mysterious individuals, because either way, either it's going to escalate, Alexi's going to have to step in anyways, or 2, police being there is going to send odd individuals scurrying away, and that de-escalates the situation a little bit for the moment, maybe. I feel like either or works.
I mean, if any of these people are responsible, they definitely already seem to be getting out of Dodge.
Yes.
But I mean, if this is one of those things where you have to like set it off like from a specific distance, the farther away they get, the less shit they can set on fire. Again, I feel like even just temporarily at the moment, getting rid of them in this vicinity helps de-escalate the situation some. Am I wrong? Please tell me if I am wrong.
We have not remotely enough information to tell. It seems
cool.
as good an idea as any.
Okay, cool. Because I genuinely was like, because I was like, if that is like not a good idea, please tell me, because I so yeah.
Ask Adam how much rope I'm willing to let the group have to hang themselves.
Things can happen.
Things happen on Saturday. We're not good.
Yeah, no, vaguely understand that, having been on a few Saturdays
all right.
myself. So
That's okay.
Yeah, so I think that'll be my next course of action then, is find my connections in the police if they are there, turn human, find them, point out the locations of the odd individuals that were given to me by Penny.
Your immediate
Starting
vicinity,
with the most immediate one.
no one you recognize.
Okay, is there anybody in the task force that is in the area around?
You hear, I mean, you can see police rushing in. Some are kind of coming in, some of them are sort of stuck trying to figure out what to do first. One's running up and has his weapon, service weapon, out in hand, and seems to be heading towards the giant dinosaur.
It's legit.
Okay. Sorry, give me a second. I'm reading what exactly it says in connections. Okay, it says by making an ego check, the character can call on their contact to provide help in the form of clues, information, or resources.
I don't think
So
technically that implies that they come out of a Pokeball, though.
No. That wasn't my plan. Sorry, I did make it seem like that, didn't I? No, I was going to say if Alexi doesn't see them in the immediate vicinity, I could do one of two options, which is either way change form, but after that either go to one of the other cops that are there and ask for the connection by name, or shift form, grab my phone and be like, hey, are you here? And if so, strange individuals. Was kind of my thought process.
Sure.
But I also can just do the cool little, I know this person, help me out thing, because that seems fun.
I work with blah. I have this information. Use it if you want.
Hey, I know this person who is in the police force. Strange individuals. I work with you guys sometimes. Maybe do this thing since, Alexi could lie and be like, yeah, I was here for work. And I did my job, strange individual. I didn't say it was the smartest tactic. But it, might help.
All right. So you switch forms.
Yeah, I'm gonna change back to human form. Maybe try to the cop that is about to go hit Penelope with a
Oh, it's fine.
weapon.
I got that.
Oh, okay.
It's fine. I got this.
Oh, all right.
Bullets? Come
Okay.
I mean,
All right. Yeah, maybe just go ask one of the nearby cops, hey, is said person here? If so, get him on a walkie, please. I have information as an investigator. I don't know how this works.
Go to the cop, and he's like, I'm gonna need you to move back. This is a dangerous area.
Okay, yeah, I realize that. I am also here for work. Hang on. That's the name I picked. Sorry. I was like, I could not remember the name that I chose for my character.
right.
The connections. No, Alexi would be like, yeah, I get that. I'm also here for work. Is Luke here? Because I am I'm one of his investigative contacts, and if he's here, I need to speak to him because I might be able to help.
Did we give him a last name?
I did not give him a last name. We can make one up, but I did not. I'm not that creative.
Blah. the LARP thing.
We're lucky I
didn't-
came up with the
How
first
about-
name and the character looks.
How about Lyle as his last name, considering every single, like, comic book character seems to have a, like...
Alliterative names?
Yeah, there we go.
I don't think I gave my contacts last names either. That's depressing. Don't be a contact. kids.
Okay, contact. You're just gonna get used by the heroes.
I did do that very specifically with Penny.
I also didn't give him a position, but I would assume that he would be someone a little bit higher up because that's better to give information to as an
investigator
investigator.
as
So like
opposed to a patrolman.
yeah, like a captain or something.
That's not got too high. Come on.
I don't know.
I
I don't know the
connections.
like. This is assuming I know the ranks of police forces, which I don't.
Did you watch
Raymond
Brooklyn
Holtz
Nine-Nine?
or Peralta?
Yeah.
I
No.
don't know.
Use whatever cop show you've ever seen.
So
Think
he
about the characters.
I don't watch
he's like,
cop shows.
last I thought, I think he was down a block.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Alexi bolts in that direction.
Cool.
Still staying in human form because maybe that's just a good idea. I did my thing as the wolf. I helped out in that part. Now I'm going to damage control
Lily.
other ways.
Okay. I'm going to assume by now Lily has made her little fire hose and has attached it to the fire hydrant.
Well, you made a fire hose.
Yes.
Attaching it to the fire hydrant takes a bit more than that because you have to unscrew it with a very, very big and thick wrench.
Well, she can just touch it and make it disappear.
But then you're not going to be able to attach a fire hose to it because if you make the thing disappear, okay,
I think it'll make the whole
water
hydrant.
No,
gush
she's
out a
just-
lot?
The like
I'm here for this.
just like enough that like the, I don't want to say it. Oh my god.
Yes, don't
Just
say it. I
enough
know
so the
I know
little
where you're
part
going.
that yeah.
Thank you. Just
Yep.
the
So-
part that screws on.
So what about this?
The fastener.
Like, what if she's like, trying to? So she's got the connector to the hose right in two hands, and so then she's touching the cap with her fingertips, is disintegrating it. Water starts to gush out, and then she just starts disintegrating the water as it's hitting her to try to like push the thing on before the pressure like pushes it back.
I love that.
Lily does have brilliance too. She is smarter than I am.
Okay. All right, so
Please let this happen because it's the concept of how hilarious it is alone.
All right. So this will require a fair bit of focus then. So if we're going to be disintegrating the cap enough so that you
Yes.
can screw the fire hose onto it and
Mhm.
then disintegrate this tremendous amount of gushing water enough so that you can actually attach it.
Mhm.
Okay. This is going to cost you 15 focus. I'm going to say.
Oh no, I have to math. Damn it.
You should be okay. But it's going to take you the round to do it. But you
Okay.
will be able to. So, and sort of like, and you're concentrating and you're sort of getting the one hand in there and pushing it back and you're trying to kind of get in there with the other hand and sort of turn it. And then it's tight because it's got this constant water pressure coming. And at the same time, it's a heavy hose.
Mhm.
The whatever the toothed end of it sort of thing. So you're basically trying to screw this on as fast as you can with as much strength as you can muster, which unless you have mighty is not a tremendous amount. Bring this
No,
on,
I do not have mighty.
and it's
I have a bunch of other things.
process because the way the hose is that it kind of needs to. So you're basically having to unroll it, and then it's sort of twisting itself as you twist.
Mhm.
On. But you managed to get the hose onto the hydrant.
Success.
And it's sort of, and you kind of, the last bit is hard enough because it's sort of pushing and it's sort of spurting all around the screw. So you're trying to tighten it as best you can. And then you give up because the pressure is too much and it just doesn't want to move because it inflates the hose. So this whole thing basically blows up like a massive snake, and basically just starts just flapping all over the place, as hoses are wont to do when they have a tremendous amount of water flushing. So now there's a gigantic ankylosaurus getting soft pummeled by the fire hose, doused in water. And so the fireworks that are sort of erupting underneath are sort of slowly fizzling and not exploding anymore because they're now just getting soaked. And yeah, so
That was the plan.
I think every kid wants to pressure wash a dinosaur if you think about it.
sure. I mean, yes.
Well, you know,
I definitely want to use energy absorption to soak like whatever ineffectual like tiny amount of damage would be coming in from the water specifically, so that I can attune to that element and then blast out water with my eye beam.
Smart.
How would that even? Okay.
No idea.
Science. Science. All right. So you, unfortunately, it's not enough damage. Your
It's just not
Thick
gonna. It's not
hide.
even gonna get through the sturdy.
Nothing's getting through this. It's
Yeah, it's
sturdy
not worth
four. I mean, the Hulk would have trouble punching through.
Very fair.
Not really. But for the amount of pressure that the hose is getting, you're just getting pressure washed.
Okie doke.
And between the scales, feels kind of good because you kind of had an itch there for a minute. And yeah, so that, and yeah. So two things happen at the same time. We'll go with Dreadfire first. What you
Yeah.
doing?
Well, I guess that depends on what happens next. Has he gotten the cart out of?
I mean, you're kind of
range
running with straggling people.
Yeah, he would be shouting for them to like go a different direction or something. They're trying to
Get on the
bait
other
him
side of the
off.
street.
Yeah, coming through here. Yeah, I mean, so his primary objective is just get it away from the population center, and I don't think on quick look he would have any sense of how to disable this thing.
Okay.
So upon getting it what he feels like is a relatively safe distance, he's going to double back and sprint back towards the square to see what's happening.
Okay. You push it far enough and you sort of tuck it behind like a planter best you can, sort of thing. People are running away from it. You're still civilian, so you're not super intensely scary, but I mean, there's explosions going off all over the place. Give me a vigilance check and add edge on top of any other edge you have. Holy crap.
Well, it's a good thing there was edge.
Just have the one?
Just the one, yeah.
Okay.
Don't have edge unless it's an initiative roll. I don't have edge on vigilance.
Okay. But this is because you've had this training. You've fired weapons in your service. You've fired firearms before. You know what they sound like. And you hear a very, very, very familiar sound of a high caliber weapon fired through a suppressor. And just as you hear it, it kind of kicks a little triggered memory in your head. It's like, oh crap. And you duck almost instinctually. And it's almost like you imagined it. And maybe you're imagining it, you're not sure. You almost felt like the air pressure, the bullet as it passes you, hits the cart, blows it up. You're running back the other way. There. That. There. Oh, come on. And you feel the blast on the heat from behind you, and fireworks start going off in it.
Yeah. So with the combination of hearing a gunshot and the explosion going off, he will assume the Dreadfire form and phase just in case, because he's not going to eat an explosion.
I got you.
And then he's going to move back towards the center. He's going to try and start to figure out where the shot came from, if he's got any sense of that.
Further down the street.
So
while that's happening, you're running back in. Lily is just finished and trying to control the hose. Dr. Penny, in the form of a gigantic ankylosaurus, is getting pressure washed. And this man comes basically sort of sidestepping as the cart in front of Penny that you can see also blows up. And this guy basically comes struggling and runs into Alexei. To the point where the two of you get knocked over, fall into onto the sidewalk. And he's like, "Help me! They're trying to kill me!"
Okay, hang on.
And at that,
First of all, what?
And at that, we're gonna call it for the evening.
Amazing.
More questions? And wait till next week.
As always.
Because, gonna hang the
As always.
Cliff hang the ending or what have you. So, thanks for watching. Let's go and do a quick roundtable. Let everybody know who our guests are, not guests, our staff, clients, whatever the thing, actors.
Players,
Are-
actors. I like actors.
Couldn't remember the name that I'm trying to find in my head, and I can't. But anyway, let's introduce people and let everybody know who you are and where you can be found. Let's start again with Aya.
Hello, I'm Aya. I have been our adorable little Dualily, who is currently causing more chaos than she should be. I can be found on Twitter at AI Bathory and on Instagram at Sleeping Seamstress. See you there.
Sure.
Hi, I'm Pandora Beatrix. I've been playing Penny, aka Beholder, aka Random Dinosaurs these days. I can be found at Pandora Beatrix at Blue Sky or YouTube. I do voice acting mostly. You can hear me on... right now, the only thing currently actively running is the Modus Files Fallout 76 podcast. There will, by the time this airs, there will probably be a new episode dropping. They're running at about 3 weeks, 4 weeks-ish, but that's about it.
Glitch.
Hey everybody, I'm Glitch. You can find me pretty much anywhere as Glitched Productions. That is Glitched with an ED at the end. Or over on Twitter as Glitch & Co. Or you can find me with my group work and group my group Love Child and Project Cosplay for Chaos. We post plenty of content. It's Cosplay for Chaos pretty much everywhere. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We're starting up our YouTube channel finally, so go give us a follow there. You'll see me there with all of my friends. We do a lot of just cosplay stuff and potentially a podcast in the works.
Ooh.
And then you will also be able to spot me once my Percy Jackson D&D campaign Divine Fates starts, where I will play the lovely host of the Fates.
Adam.
Hi, I'm Adam, better known as Soulbind. Most places on the internet. You can find me on Twitter and TikTok at _Soulbind. Got a few interesting things in the works, nothing I can talk about yet, so just stay tuned and hopefully I'll have something fun to show you soon.
I mean, other than Dreadfire.
Right.
And
He's always fun.
as usual, I am your hapless narrator. Chained to the whims of fate and the capricious chaos of the gremlins that I have before you, whom I love dearly and would never replace, so don't ask. Each and every one of these people deserves a like and a follow, so please do that. As for me, you can follow my pre and post COVID adventures in cosplay at Canadian Captain America or any derivations thereof, CDN Cap America, etc., on the Twitter, on the Blue Sky, the Mastodon, the Red, the other ones, the Facebook even, Instagram, etc. And this game, both editions, Saturdays at 10 and Mondays at 6 p.m. Are my major contrivance, I guess, at this point. We've been going now for 6 months, and we've probably got another 2 solid chapters to go before a fantastic finale. I haven't quite figured out how we're going to work that, but we'll keep you posted. And then, other than that, yeah, I don't know if I can handle 12 people on a stream. That would be good. Beyond that, yeah, so like and follow. Give us a like, give us a follow. We can be found on Twitch, on YouTube, on Spotify, anywhere dice are sold, etc. And generally, yeah, if you can follow all these people, that would be fantastic. ttrpg rising, as it were, and a rising tide lift all boats. So other than that, come back next week when you will learn more about why balloon carts full of fireworks are exploding on a busy street in Seattle, and who this mysterious dude is, why they're trying to kill him, who they are, why there's an ankylosaurus in the middle of the street. Other than that,
I don't know if you'll get the answer to that one.
No,
Probably
that
never
one is very simple. It seemed like the best idea at the time.
beyond that, thanks for watching, and we'll see you.
Love you.
Another day, the sun is golden. Another night spent wide awake.